People, they knew what was going on. They knew it was coming. So, but like I said,
I just watched the 20-year Katrina documentary, but I want to hear your thoughts about it.
well, I didn't watch it,
You
and
didn't
I was
watch
locked up when that happened.
it? Okay, okay. What about you?
I didn't watch it either. I
You
was
didn't
locked
watch
up
it?
when
Okay,
I never
okay.
seen it.
So I'm not from New Orleans, but I felt like after watching it, I blame the mayor. Uh, he ended up doing some time, about 10 years in Texas, but I felt like he didn't let people know soon enough. But talking to you, I know y'all were locked up. But what was your perspective being in Angola? Diesel, did you? What, was anybody talking about it during that time?
Yeah,
Did they?
all the inmates from New Orleans came to Angola. They came up by us
Oh,
during
okay.
Katrina, whatever.
Okay, and did that change the dynamics for y'all? Did it make it more violent there, or?
No, it wasn't violent. It's just everybody was still trying to seek and find their family members.
Mhm.
Like me, I took almost 6 months to find out where my family was.
Wow, 6 months. What about you and your family?
It was a few days because I kept calling, like the cell phone would go in and out, in and out, and I made contact. And when I made contact, I found out that my mother and grandfather was in a shelter in Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah, in Dallas, they gave him a car. My grandfather had a birthday. They gave him a cake and everything, man. Yeah,
Hit there. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And is your grandfather? Is he still with us?
Now he passed that 102. He was 102 years when he passed.
Oh man, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but they came to Texas.
Yep, Dallas, Texas, right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, the mayor, I felt like he didn't let people know in time, to kind of evacuate. But watching the documentary, it felt like people within the different, like French Quarter, they felt like it really wasn't going to be a storm. Like they just wanted to kind of buckle down and stay in their homes. Like talking to relatives, did they feel like that as well? Like the living from and being from New Orleans, did y'all always hear about hurricanes and yeah, did y'all like ignore them, kind of like tornadoes here in Texas?
Yeah, 'cause we always thought it was a joke. Like, oh man, it's gonna be all right. Like my mother and grandfather, oh, it's gonna be all right. But when that joint hit, they're like, oh, it ain't gonna be all right. But I was shocked to see. I'm used to seeing stuff like that on the news, CNN, in other countries. Not it hit like okay, you be like, okay, now it hit in the United States, but then it hit the city. I was born and raised where all my family at. That was a different ball game for me.
And after watching the documentary, it felt like the storm, everyone was okay, but when those levees broke, did y'all ever hear any conspiracies on that? Did people feel like the government may have did that, or?
Yeah, they were saying they blew it up and all that. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They may have people say, I heard a loud boom. So yeah.
And I feel like New Orleans is one of my top three spots. I tell you this all the time. Like I love New Orleans. Most people go there to party and have a good time and really just tear up the city. I feel like that's what they go to do. Outsiders. I think they could have did more to celebrate the lives that were lost. Like for me in the United States, if you want to go party in the South, you go to New Orleans, New Orleans. That's where you go. You go have fun. You go to Mardi Gras. You do this. You do that. But I don't feel like it was even talked about. Like even the documentary, I'm asking y'all haven't seen it. I don't know if they did anything within the city to celebrate the lives after 20 years. Do y'all feel like they could have did more, or someone could have stepped up a little bit more to recognize the people that died?
Yeah, of course. We always want more, but then some people be feeling like I am giving it some kind of attention. Then you got some people like, I don't want to keep reliving this, but I had a guy I was supposed to interview because he was in the Superdome when all this stuff had happened. So, um, yeah, he was supposed to tell me his story, the stuff he had witnessed and stuff. But
People died in there.
yeah, hmm
Leonard Fournette. They had him on ESPN talking about how him and his family were treading through the water, wading through the water, and they slept on the bridge for like 7 days.
wow,
And I think a lot of times, if it's not a celebrity or if it's not someone who they're deeming important, people don't care. But I feel like all the lives that are lost, they're just forgotten. So, like from your perspective, Diesel, what do you think the city or the country could have done to recognize people?
You said you saw the documentary. Do they have like a wall with like for the veterans that was killed? They don't have they come up with that yet? Do you know?
That's a great idea. I feel like that could be something that someone could do. Yeah, even a business opportunity for someone, or something that the city could do. Because the mayor, a couple of years after, he served time in Texas for bribery and money laundering, for accepting bids and getting paid to have certain bids in New Orleans with federal funds. He was worried about that money, but then the people who died, it's like he's not worried about them. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I don't like to blame the mayor because people, they knew what was going on. They knew it was coming. So, but like I say, we just took it for granted. When I say we took our people that was out there, because my mother and grandfather was stuck in the house. So, just like any other hurricane or something, like, oh, it's gonna be all right. Oh, we're gonna weather the storm, you know. So, I just look at it as a lot of them made it out. Texas, Florida, Mississippi, all of them showed how people love, embraced them, let them come through. Now they had some problems in Houston, the little children they got there with the fighting, and you come out, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, I was just happy that a lot of people was able to find shelter. You got some people. Let me tell you the crazy thing. When I was locked up, and I used to hear that people was like, "Oh, I'm never going back to New Orleans. I'm out of here now. I got a better life. I'm gonna start all over, yada yada." And I used to be like, "Oh, they turned me back when I was city. I don't like them no more." I used to always say that, bro. It wasn't until I got out and then I came to Texas, I'm like, wow, this is one of the best moves I could ever made. Because I had been locked up half my life, so I couldn't fathom leaving New Orleans. And I'm like, I don't know no other city. I don't want to go to no other city. Y'all tell me y'all ain't going back to the city. Y'all wrong. Da, 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 da. Now I get out here and I done moved to another city and love it out here, you know. So,
See, and I love that you said that. And just to throw this in, we will be talking to the youth, not only in Texas, different states, nationwide. And the biggest thing I push as an educator is exposure. And I've listened to Diesel in past interviews, and he's like, I'm out here in Texas. I'm traveling with this man. I'm seeing different things, even talking to Butter, just seeing that he'll be released soon, who introduced me with you. Yeah. I think it's all about exposure. If we're in our cities, in our prospective cities, we only see killing, murder, surviving, selling drugs. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was just in my city. But now I'm figuring out it's in New Orleans, it's in Chicago, it's everywhere. How important is exposure and seeing different cities? How important is that to you and Diesel?
It's very important because if you haven't been somewhere, you'll speak out of ignorance. But once you get to witness it, you say, oh, okay, they living how we living. Oh, okay, they got this over here. I know they go in that area. Okay, I know we go over here. This is what it's civilized people that just out the way. They not with the bull crap. This is where you got your hood, where they slinging that iron and doing all kind of violent stuff. So it's very important to know about other people's way of life.